So Daniel, take me through the first time you met Cassie and Diddy. How did that happen? And give me the play by play.
Yeah, man. So I let me start off by saying I was never a freaking goddamn escort, man. I was managing a male review show, a show that's like Magic Mike, right? And I was opening up different locations around the country. I was managing our Times Square location, our Atlantic City location, Philadelphia location, so on and so forth. But we part of this show is that we had a separate service that we would provide to like bachelorette parties or that didn't come to the show. You can rent a guy to for like $200 to go to wherever your location is. He does a little strip tease, whatever, and then leaves, 20, 30 minutes later. You tip him the whole time that he's there, he goes. So that's what they called for. That was the service that they called for, to have a male stripper come out to their hotel. Now, my boss at the time, he calls me up and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. He's like, I don't have any of my black guys on staff right now. I can't reach any of them. It's late, but I got this VIP client and I'm like quadruple charging them and they fine with it. So he's like, just go there. I already told them that they have to pay you double, like $400 when you get there. Can you please do it? So I'm like, "F it, okay, I'll go down there and I do it. I don't have any stripper clothes, anything. So I go down to one of those 24-hour souvenir stores in like Times Square. I buy like an NYPD shirt and an NYPD hat, and I go down to the Gramercy Park Hotel. When I get down to this hotel, they gotta use a key, like a card, in
In
order
the
for you to
elevator.
go up to the floor in the elevator. So they send me in. They told me that I needed to ask for black. So I asked for black. They keyed me up. I go to the hotel. I knock on the door. And boy, whew, I was stunned. Like I was not expecting. This woman opens this door. She is in full on lingerie, has a sheer robe on, or shawl on, and a full on like look like Victoria's Secret runway show get up, that
See
she's
through
wearing.
lace, right? See through.
See-through lace.
Yep.
Got a red wig on, glasses on, and
Yep.
like these. I don't know if you refer to them as hooker boots. I don't want to refer to
12
them as
inches.
that, but yeah,
12-inch
like the,
shoe.
the the tall platform
Yeah.
shoes. Look super tall. I never seen a woman with a body this perfect before. Like she looked incredible, man. She was glistening, all oiled up, and I was like, "What is going on here?" Now I'm supposed to be here for a bachelorette party, so I ask her, I'm like, where are your girlfriends?" And she laughs and she's like, "No, we just said that to get you down here, but the truth is." That first off, before I say anything to you, your boss told me I needed to handle the business first. So I'm supposed to give you $400, right? And I was like, yeah. She gives me like $3,000 right there. Boom. And I was like, what the is going on here? So she takes me in, closes the door, and it's like a little foyer that we're standing in before you can get into the hotel, the actual room. So we're standing there and we're talking, and she's like, okay, so here's the deal. It's my birthday, and my husband asked me if I what do I want? He wants to do something special for me. And I told him that I wanted a guy to come over here and rub baby oil all over my body, and whatever is comfortable for you, we'll go from there and see where things take us. But he's cool. You don't have to worry about it. He's not gay, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. And I was like, yeah, that's cool because I'm not with that. So basically, we go into the hotel room. She's like, is he's gonna be watching? We go into the hotel room. There's candles on a table, there's a couch, and baby oil, like 2 bottles of baby oil inside of those champagne holders. And it's inside of water. I later learned that it was hot water to warm up the baby oil, and there's like 2 bottles of Astroglide on the table too. And so, man, I started rubbing her down, bro. She asked me to take my clothes off. I took my clothes off. She took her shit off. She asked me to rub her down, man. And 30 seconds later, man, I was in it. I was I was in it, and then I was out of it. Yeah, you know that song, 1 Minute Man. Woo, that ain't last 60 seconds at all. I was so excited, bro. Like Like it was too much for my shit went into system overload at that moment. And so, but they basically I got dressed and left. And as she paid me again. I think she paid me at this moment. But as I left, she calls me again and she's like, "Yo, do you think that you could come again?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, absolutely. As a matter of fact, I think I need another go round because I'm not that 1 minute man, yo, but like, you're so hot. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that threw me for a spin. They invited me back up, and this time I was up there for a couple of hours just going in, bro. And at the end of that, that's when Diddy actually spoke to me. He came up and was like, "Yo, my man, yo, we like you a lot, bro. Would you be interested in doing this with us again?" And I was like, yeah. Because at that point he was quiet. He didn't try like dictating and directing anything. He was just sitting in a corner. You couldn't see him, you couldn't hear him. He was in the dark, like in a corner. It's almost like he wasn't even there. So this one was just me doing whatever I wanted to do with this woman. It was perfect. So I was like, absolutely, yeah. He took my number. He told her, take my number, babe, take his number. But it was when he spoke that I was like, oh my God, yo, I know who this is. And it's funny because I tried to play it off and I asked him, I was like, yo, this place is amazing. What the hell do you guys do? And he was like, I'm in importing and exporting. That's what he said to me. I had a laugh at that one, man. But yeah, I'm a little more careful not to I guess say the details and the type of things that she was actually saying. Because I do have a healthy respect for the fact that she is a married woman right now, and I don't, guy code still with me. I don't want to be out there like disrespecting her husband in that way, but you know, uh man, after this trial came out, I found out how many of these fucking guys are in this, man. Gloves are off, bro. I'm furious.
Yeah, I can only imagine how mad you would be, man, finding out all the men she was with. So Diddy, he told you that his job was import export.
Now that we know what he was doing, he kind of was. He was shipping in male prostitutes for Cassie, so he was importing and exporting us back to New York or wherever he was from. So maybe he's telling the truth.
So what would he be doing in the corner? He'll just be washing or he'll be masturbating.
Jerking off, homie.
He was masturbating.
Jerking off.
He was masturbating.
Yep. And it's awkward because you can hear that shit. I'm sorry, Art. It's very awkward because you can hear it. And it's nasty, bro. Shit sounds nasty.
It's like a slimy type sound.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna let him do like, yeah, it's nasty, man.
Disgusting.
Mad
You
Astro
know
Glide,
it's
bro.
oil. You know it's oil.
Mad
Astroglide.
Astroglide,
You know it.
So do you think it was a situation where he enjoyed watching other men have sex with his girl, or do you think he only hired y'all because y'all can pleasure her in ways he couldn't?
I think he's a cuckold, bro. I think he likes to watch live pornography. I think he, you know, I don't want to speculate and say that dude is gay or bisexual or anything like that. I personally never had any kind of, you know, homosexual encounters with him at all. He never spoke to me that way, never looked at me that way, never touched me, none of that. So I can't speak to that part of it, but it's possible that, you mix those two things together, watching live porn and then, BBC's in a room and like all the elements that turn him on is in a room. Like, he probably just can't get enough. And it ain't just him. It's not just him. Like they asked me this during the trial if I thought that Cassie, enjoyed it. She seemed like she enjoyed it, right? And I said I told the truth. I was like, I can't say whether or not she enjoyed that. It seems like she did, but I can't say definitively. But she seemed to really be enjoying herself.
When did he start getting comfortable to the point that he revealed his identity to you?
He doesn't let you know his identity. He realizes that you realize who he is, and then the cat's out the bag. So for me, he made a mistake and opened up a hotel door full on Diddy. I'm talking like how the old Diddy that used to walk on the Sean John runway at the end of the show with the trench coat and like full on P Diddy, bro. And he was like, yo, hold on 1 second, bro. Like, and he closed the door. I hear him cursing Cassie out in the background, bro, because she told me to come, I guess, earlier than they were intending, because we originally was supposed to link up at the Dream downtown, and we ended up at the Jeremiah Essex house uptown. And that's how I ended up finding out who he was. And after that, he never used a mask or any of that shit with me again. But he did take a picture of my fucking ID that day and was like, yeah, just in case, bro. I was like, oh shit.
And you was concerned about him taking a picture of your ID, right? You feel like he had bad intentions.
Yo, Art, if you and me are sitting in a room right now and I asked you for any reason, yo, let me see your ID real quick. You show me your ID, I pull my phone out, I take a picture of it and say, yeah, just in case, put my phone back in my pocket and walk off. What that mean, bro?
It sounds like a low-key threat to me.
Yeah, he was fucking threatening me.